All right, Padres pregame thoughts. Padres and the Giants, game 2 of 4 tonight. It'll be Anthony DeSclafani on the mound for the San Francisco Giants, and then it'll be Seth Lugo on the mound for the Padres. Seth Lugo, he is coming off of the IL. He had that calf strain, suffered that calf strain trying to cover first base in that Kansas City Royals series. Man, I want to forget about that Royals series because that Royals series sucked. And Lugo's injury was part of that, and his performance was part of it too. So we'll see how he does today. I was listening to Kevin Acee on the radio, San Diego Sports 760 with Darren Smith earlier today, and he mentioned something about 70 pitches for Lugo today. I don't believe he had any rehab outings. He was just pitching in like sim games before the game, before batting practice at Petco or wherever the Padres were. So we'll see what he can give tonight. Bullpen-wise, it's obviously in a much better spot than what it was last night. Last night was one of those unique situations where the Padres' top 3 relievers, Hader, Martinez, and Steven Wilson, were all unavailable. So there were certain guys last night that Bob Melvin was going to go to. Now, I disagree with some parts of when he went to those guys, and we'll discuss that more on the show later tonight. I'll have a show tonight because there's some things to discuss, obviously, about the Padres. And a 4-game series, it feels long, and I don't want to be talking about a game that happened 3 or 4 days ago. So we'll cut the series in half, do a show tonight live on YouTube, so feel free to join that after the game. But with the bullpen, Hader, he'll be good. Martinez, Wilson. Now Tim Hill might not be might not be good to go, but it's okay because you have your 3 best relievers. You have Brent Honeywell, who could give you probably multiple innings if you need it. If Lugo can only go 5 innings, something like that. So I like where that's at. Lineup-wise tonight, it's pretty much the same lineup that it was last night, or at least the same players. Austin Nola, he is catching. Gary can't catch every day. And it's not, I don't think now it's so much as Gary can't catch every day. Gary's not doing well offensively as of late. Like, it was a great start, but he's been struggling at the plate. So they're probably going to start evening up this playing time a little bit more and having Nola catch a little bit more than what he would have been, or where he was, how many times he was catching when Gary was playing well. So Nola, he's hitting 9th. Toddy, Soto, Manny, Bogarts, Crony. Odor, he is DHing again, which I think is the right decision. Matt Carpenter struggling. Nelson Cruz is not really doing much. So Odor, like, he's the hotter bat. Kim's better defensively. He's actually been doing pretty good offensively with his approach. Crony's doing better. So Odor's not going to be playing the field. DH, it's the best spot for him. So he's hitting 6th. Kim at 2nd, batting 7th. Grish, he's batting 8th in center. Will Myers was DFA'd today, so we could talk about that on the show tonight as well. I like the lineup. You know, when's the last time we saw Jose Azocar? Is he even on the active roster? That just popped into my head because we're seeing a lot of Trent Grisham games. But I don't know if Azocar would be a much better option. We know Grish is good defensively, and he does have the power potential. We know that Jose Azocar does not. So that's probably why you're seeing that. Dixon has not really gotten very many appearances, but that, you know, Manny's back, right? And Odor's swinging the bat pretty well, so Crony is as well. Like, that's just going to limit the opportunities. He's like a 4A player. So yeah, that's pretty much my Padres pregame thoughts for today. Seth Lugo on the mound. I'm going to go higher on the strikeout total today, Underdog Fantasy. It's pretty low. I think it's 3.5 strikeouts. I think he can get to 4 tonight. I know he's not going 100 pitches, but I still think he can do well. He was working on his slider while he was on the IL here, so I guess that's a better pitch. He was only throwing the slider a little over 11% of the time before he landed on the IL this year, so we'll see how much he uses that pitch tonight. That's something to look forward to. All right, should be a fun one. 6:45, Padres, Giants. Hopefully they don't choke a 4-run lead like they did last night.